Welcome back to KHS Cougar News. I'm Molly.
And I'm Zachary, bringing you today's news and announcements.
Get ready to take a look at life on the field. Soccer's running up our school with their season.
And you can't have a good team without some good uniforms. You can also look good off the field with press-on nails sold by our very own Addison Williams Clark. Stay tuned for more.
Time for the usual reminders. Make sure to wear your ID and have your laptop charged and ready every day.
Today during lunches, there will be military recruiters.
There's a speech and debate meeting after school at 3 p.m. in room 923. Also track and field tryouts today in the Commons after school.
And dance palm tryouts with Brigade at 5 p.m. in the girls' gym.
Seniors TAFSA/FAFSA opt-out forms are due February 1st, so don't forget.
In need of volunteer hours? Volunteer at Space Center Houston. Learn and develop professional skills. Applications are due March 9th. For more information, head to spacecenter.org/volunteer.
Come see theater's Frozen musical this Saturday in the Black Box at 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. It's a great experience for the family, especially the little ones. You can scan the QR code to purchase a $5 ticket. See you there.
Ever feeling like your nails aren't elegant enough? Want to fill up the phalanges? Well, you sure can by buying some press-on nails from one of the student businesses on campus. Let's take a look at Claude by Clark.
In the halls of Kepner High School, one student is turning creativity into a thriving business, one nail at a time. Meet Addison Williams Clark, a passionate entrepreneur whose love for nails is not just a hobby but a growing small business.
I started my business on October 11th of this year. I started because everybody around me was like, Addison, you do your nails so good. Like after I started doing them myself last year, they were like, oh, you should definitely start a business.
My first initial reaction would have to be surprised. Because I was unaware that she was even interested in doing nails.
Yeah, I think that Addison's nail business, it was a very good idea of her to make it. I think that she can get a lot of business by, doing nails because, like, at this age, everybody likes nails.
Would not have guessed that she would have been a nail tech today. When she was little, she wanted to be a ballerina, and then it was a pilot, and then it was a pastry chef, and then it was a sous chef. And for a while, she even sold candy at school, and now she's doing nails. So, sky's the limit, I guess.
My process usually depends on if I'm doing it for a client. If I'm doing it for a client, I usually set out all the polishes that the set needs, and then I just go from there. But if I'm being my own creative, like sets, I usually just pick whatever color seems most interesting. My favorite set, I think this ice cream Neapolitan one, definitely my favorite.
Ooh, my favorite nail set that she's made so far would have to be this one right here. I don't know what she calls it, but I love them.
They're so cute. I love
so cute. This is my favorite.
Usually it's a mini file, a cuticle pusher, an alcohol wipe, and the set, and then the nail glue, so everything that you need.
I am very pleased with my nails. They're very durable, they're very pretty. None of the paint scratched off, nothing fell off, and yeah, they lasted me a long time.
Since Addison started doing nails, our time together has changed. Our quality time, we used to sit in front of the TV and just watch movies. Now she has a full-on business, so she's busy in her room doing nails for hours, so I barely see her. I would tell them to always encourage their children, no matter what. My advice to other parents would be to always encourage their children, no matter what. And always have an Amazon account ready, because they're going to use it.
Others that would want to start a business was to go for it. Before someone else takes that idea, because you never know who may have the same idea, but if you don't take that chance, then you're gonna be like, oh man, I should have went for it when I had the chance.
Interested in buying your own pair? Follow Claude by Clark on Instagram and TikTok for more details. Now this is Zachary.
And this is Molly from KHS Cougar News. Signing out.
Ready for the trivia break? Roll the clip.
Time for some news. Firefighters are working to contain 3 active blazes in the Los Angeles area ahead of its predicted return of winds that stoked devastating wildfires that have burned an area bigger than San Francisco and killed at least 24 people. The fires in Los Angeles area have burned over 40,000 acres and forced 150,000 people to evacuate. Authorities are hopeful that some displaced residents may be able to return to their home later in the week when sea breezes and cooler temperatures are forecast. Celebrities like Elon Musk and Beyonce have donated over $2.5 million to aid Los Angeles area wildlife relief.
Most people have heard of the TikTok ban coming this January 19th, but here's some things you need to know. This Friday, the Supreme Court will finally determine the banning of TikTok. TikTok is one of the most widely used social media sites in the U.S., but its association with the Chinese owner ByteDance has led to concerns that it may be used for spying and political disruptions. If the Supreme Court agrees with TikTok's free speech agreement, then they are expected to make a ruling overturning the potential ban before it comes into effect. And that's all for news. Even goalies have goals. Let's see what soccer has to say about their upcoming season.
Hey Cougs, today we take a closer look at Kempner's soccer team. What drives the players, how they prepare for each game, and what they're excited about this upcoming season.
Who is your role model in soccer and why?
I think my role model in soccer is my dad because growing up, he really motivated me to keep playing, and he's really the one that brought me into the game, so I really appreciate him for that, and so yeah, I would say that's my role model.
What is a lesson that soccer has taught you?
Soccer has taught me many lessons, but if I were to pick one, I would say probably being united, like as a team. It's taught me to like really motivate my teammates, learn from them, teach them, and just to be together overall.
What inspired you to start playing soccer?
What inspired me playing soccer was when I first saw like on TV, and then I just fell in love with it on how like they play as a team, and I just love how they play, to be honest. And to my dad that actually made me play, and since then I started playing and I loved it since then too.
What are some things you want to improve on this season?
Some things I want to improve for this season is try and score more goals and be more aggressive to goal, and just play as a team and just win more games this season.
How does this team differ from previous years?
In previous years, we had a lot of older teammates, but this year we have a lot of freshmen, sophomores on the team, so there's a lot more younger people.
What does being a part of the team mean to you?
Just having a bunch of friends with you that all support you and are like friends.
What's the most rewarding part of coaching this team?
The most rewarding part about coaching is seeing the players grow as athletes and as people. Coaching is about helping players reach their full potential as players and as people.
What's one piece of advice you give your players about life beyond soccer?
The advice that I always give them is to give 100% in whatever they do, to give 100% at practice, to give 100% in the games, in the classroom, at work, whatever they do, to give 100%.
What do you think this team's greatest strength is?
I think this team's greatest strength is the sense of unity and the sense of family. These boys are always helping each other, they hold each other accountable, and they're just part of the soccer family.
Now let's see what we have for sports. Ziamara, can you tell us what we need to know?
Hey Cougs, it's Imara, and today I will be bringing you into sports. Firstly, with boys basketball, they had a program sweep against Victoria East, winning on all levels, freshman, JV, and varsity, winning 60-45. They will play their next game at Terry High School on Friday at 7 p.m. Now for girls basketball, they lost their last game against Randall 65-31. They will play Terry next at Kempner on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Now for boys soccer, they lost to Grand Oaks 3-1, and they will play their next game against George Ranch at Kempner at 7:30 p.m. Now for girls soccer, they lost against Stafford 4-2, and they will play their next game against Santa Fe at 6 p.m. And that's all for sports. Now back to Zachary and Molly.
Is you or your friend's birthday coming up? Then you should surprise them by featuring them on KHS News. Scan the flyer with a present on it that can be seen in the hallways and submit their name and even a picture if you want.
It's almost time for us to sign out, but before we head out, make sure to follow KHS_press for both Instagram and Twitter for weekly pictures on events.
Also, subscribe to KHS Cougar News on YouTube where all weekly announcements are posted.
Bye.
Bye.